So for my things that motivate me, I put money, joy, making family proud, praise slash reputation, fear of failing, pride, goals, or setting and passing of goals, proving people wrong, competition, and wanting to be the best at what I do for mine. So we had to decide if they were intrinsic or extrinsic, and extrinsic is when you do something for the joy of doing it because it's right or because it makes you happy. Extrinsic is when you get a reward for doing something, so that's why you do it. My number one was money. That's extrinsic. You do things for money. My number two, joy, is intrinsic. Three, making family proud. That's intrinsic because you think it's right to make your family proud, like they've done so much for you, so you want to make them proud and like succeed for them. Praise and reputation, I put extrinsic because you're kind of like seeking kind of approval from people because you want to be, everybody wants to be praised when they do a good job, but I think it's extrinsic because you're wanting to receive an external reward. Fear of failing, I put intrinsic because it's kind of like an inside thing, like you just know that you don't want to fail. It's not really for a reward. It's just because you personally don't want to fail. Pride, I put intrinsic because the way I think of it, it's like I take pride in what I do as far as like my work and like really anything in my life. I take pride in what I do, and I just want to do good at it, and that's kind of what motivates me. It's not really to gain anything. It's just because I want to do it. Goals and passing of goals, I put extrinsic because you set a goal and you want to pass it to get something, whether that's get to the next level, receive some type of benefit for doing it. Proving people wrong, I got as intrinsic because it's kind of like I want to do that. Like I want to prove people wrong. It's not to gain anything. It's just for me. Competition, and like you could argue that competition's extrinsic, but I put intrinsic because the way I look at it, competition's fun. It motivates me to, do better if I'm competing against somebody. So I put that as intrinsic because it's something I enjoy. It's why I do things. It's fun to me. And then wanting to be the best at what I do, I put as intrinsic because that's kind of like a personal thing. Like something I want to do. It's not really for a gain. You can gain from being the best at what you do, but it's more like something that I personally want. And then why I placed them where I did. I got money at number one. When I think of motivation and getting people to do things, I just think of money. So that was just kind of the first thing I thought of. That's kind of the most important thing. If you think about it, like with myself really and a wider spectrum, it's money is going to motivate people 9 times out of 10. Joy for me, I think everybody wants to be happy and do something that makes them happy, so I'd put that pretty high. Making family proud, I think that's a common thing for a lot of people. They want to, make their mom proud, make their dad proud, do something that's gonna, their family looks at them and says, I'm proud of my kid for doing this. Praise and reputation, I guess that kind of goes along with the family somewhat, but like people want to be recognized for what they do, and they want to have people think of them a certain way because they can do things good. I think that to me is ranked high. Then fear of failing, I put at around the middle. It's something like it motivates me, but it's not my number one motivator. I'm scared to fail, but like, it's not my biggest, so I put it at 5. 6, I got pride. I take pride in what I do, but it's not like super motivating. It's just something I keep in the back of my mind. And then I put goals. Goals, they motivate me, but I would say like it's another thing that you just keep in the back of your mind. Like you set this goal, you don't want to be thinking about your goal all the time because then you could be too worried about checking on your goal than actually working towards the goal itself. Proving people wrong, I think that's another thing I just keep in the back of my mind at all times. Competition, yeah, that's just like if money, joy, or anything else won't motivate you, you get somebody against you, then that's doing the same thing as you, and you're trying to be better than them. And it's going to push me. I mean, me personally, it's going to push me to be better at what I do. And then to want to be better at what I do, or best at what I do, that's kind of something you keep in the back of your mind as you're working towards something. I want to that's an eventual thing too, so that's why I put it at number 10. But and then we had to discuss whether we're more motivated by intrinsic or extrinsic, and I had 7 intrinsics and 3 extrinsic. So I'm more motivated by intrinsic things.